Hey now. Hey now.
Why beat around the bush when you just fill that thing on in? Good to see everybody. Glad you're having hopefully a nice day off. Know a lot of people are off today for the holiday. A lot of us are working, like myself. So I figured we'll be on today. Why not? We have a TPO case, and in case you're saying to yourself, Mikey, these two Wormans look familiar. Well, yes, they do. Back in March, they were in here for a TPO. At that point, the respondent up there at the top was the petitioner. Mikey's had too much to drink already this morning. And so the roles were reversed on this one. This is a couple who is going through a divorce. At that time, I believe by now they're probably already divorced, but they've run into some problems, as all couples do. Love, it's exciting for 1 minute. Good to see Amazon girl. And then the next minute, you're spitting in each other's faces. Not good. Not good at all. Glad to see everybody. Hopefully, they had a great weekend, a great Father's Day for everybody who celebrated that one. I enjoyed my Father's Day. It was very nice. It was not too bad. Not too bad at all. Of course, Creed gets a paid holiday today, Chris. But that's okay. We're all good. I think I can handle this ship. If I can't, oh well. Tough poo poo. So we're going to jump on into this. Got the Crazy X Express going down there. Also want to make a programming announcement at 3 p.m. 3:15 p.m. over on Credence and Mikey. We'll be uploading a video of a case. If you're a member over on We Got a Case, you enjoyed watching this about a month ago over there with us. But we're going to drop it today so everyone can enjoy what is bound to be one of the weirdest, one of the most poorly conducted cases. Lots of shockers in there too, of a 3-year-old car accident. So I did a terrible job explaining that, but I digress. Let's get into the action. Hopefully everybody's ready, because I know I am. Oh God. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Look, Judge is done left. He got man left. Judge Dude on the stand. Ready to hear this case. So yeah, if you see these ladies, you're like, oh my God, I know them. You do know them because they're
right. Miss Epps, at
returning.
the time you filed this petition, you were living with the respondent in DeKalb County. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And are you two currently married?
We just finalized the divorce yesterday.
Oh,
Okay. So you were married at the time you initially filed the petition.
Yes, sir.
yesterday.
All right. And how long had you two been married?
About 5 years, almost.
Okay.
Jerry, where are you?
So close. So close.
All right. And tell me what how long have you two been residing at this location?
Since October.
Okay. And you filed your petition in late April, early May. It looks like it was the 2nd of May that we received it, stamped it. Tell me about the incident that led to your filing.
Oh, I originally filed back in January, but it didn't get approved because it was just threats, but they weren't specific. So that
Returning
got turned
customers.
down, and I provided the voice note with that. The one that just happened recently was she came home upset that she had packed some boxes and started packing her things, and she had them boxes just lined up in the hallway, which was blocking it wasn't really blocking the entrance, but it was in the way. Because like when I would go and get my lunchbox in the morning, I'd bump into the boxes and almost knock the box down. because it was in my way. So she came home and came in my den here and tried to turn my chair off. She had scissors in her hand. I provided video of that.
So that's not good. Anytime somebody gets angry, you don't want them coming at you with scissors. Because if we all know one thing, scissors are a dangerous, dangerous weapon in the hands of an angry person. My God, she looks angry. Scissor me, daddy! Real quick, I want to take a second to thank people who are nice enough to donate over here. Like, let's say, I don't know, Deborah. Hallelujah. Hopefully that's not too loud. I will not be riding the button. And Gary. Hallelujah. Thank you for support. If you'd like to support us in some way, you can. We have memberships. We do members only on Wednesdays on We Got a Case channel and on Fridays on Credence and Mikey. So we'd love to see you guys there. Let's jump on back into it while I add these people to the monorail.
Upset that I didn't move her boxes back in the hallway. I placed them neatly in the garage where she had other boxes at, so I didn't think it was a big deal.
A lot of
so
box
she came
touching.
in there in my den, tried to turn my chair off, and then came behind me because I wasn't responding.
Turn her
the way
chair
she
off.
wanted, and snatched my guitar out the socket, threw it out the door.
So this lady was laying back in a chair playing a guitar while fighting with this other lady. It's one of the coolest fights I've ever heard. Don't touch my box.
And I called the cops.
There you go.
I got up out of my chair. She was yelling, and I was going back and forth with her, and then she spit in my face. And I reacted, but she kind of canceled me out, so I didn't actually hit her. And the cops showed up, and they didn't do anything. They just said they couldn't do anything. And I wanted to press charges because spitting on someone is a form of assault.
Yes, it is.
I couldn't do that. And it's just, everything's just escalated up until that point. I kind of feel that I don't know what's going to happen next, because she knows where I live. I don't have no idea where she lives. And I want to protect myself. I work in the law enforcement and I'm in the military, so I can't have any type of domestic violence. I'm
guessing that would be a MP in the military. So somebody buy memberships, by the way. If they did, please somebody tell me. I'm running it all today. Thank you.
And I would like to keep it that way.
All right. And so
just like the video, that matters a lot.
Yeah, she does own a gun, so I don't know. I don't know. Have no idea what could happen next. Seems like she has, she's being malicious at this point. So I kind of
did she vacate the home because of the protective order, or had
she left on May 4th. They served it to her and she left.
All right. And so, and the property was, you were to remain in the property under the divorce mediation, correct?
Yes. It's my house. I bought it, so my property. It was just marital property because we were together. So.
All right. Madam Clerk, do we have the exhibits?
We got a video? Oh, baby.
Was there a video that was sent in?
Yeah, I sent in several. I mean, we don't have to watch them all.
Confirmation that they went through.
Well, happy anniversary to everybody.
I didn't get an email back. I sent them like a week or so ago.
Oh,
okay.
God. We'll never find
how
them.
long do you think the videos were?
About 6 inches.
They're about 12 seconds each, it looks like. Yeah, 30
Thank you,
seconds.
Lady Lotus, for your kindness.
All right. Madam Clerk, is there anything in the record that you see?
Lady works so hard looking for people's junk they send in. Usually they send it in all wrong.
On mute. I'm looking to see if I see anything.
We need this video, man. If you don't have this video, that's gonna be tough. The video is key. Yeah, man. You gotta have them receipts. You gotta come in. You gotta be ready. Went to Lilith Fair 4 years in a row. Just waiting. Just waiting. This is your chance to hit the like button. Lick it, like it, love it. We'd appreciate you doing so.
Right.
All
I don't
right.
see them at the moment. If we locate them, we'll try to circle back to that.
I'm looking, Judge. I
Okay.
don't see.
Miss Nutty Nut, good to
Is
see
it
you.
in today?
She said
No, I
about
sent it in a
ago.
week ago.
Under this same case number or a different case number?
I did the same case number.
I'll
Hey,
let you know if I see anything.
Could you
Judge.
send it to the clerk's
Like the
office or
video.
to the Women's Resource Center, please?
Oh, I sent it to the clerk's office.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'll continue to check.
They don't really allow too much.
All right.
Different courts allow different
so
things.
We can kind of double up on questioning if we get that and need to. So Ms. Reedups, do you have questions that you think the court has asked as witness time?
Questions?
So you'll have an opportunity to testify when she finishes presenting her case, but before that comes around, if you have questions that you think we need to ask her, either about the incident she's testified to or other matters, then this would be the time to do that.
Okay, you guys can ask her when I returned on the 4th, did I have a moving truck prior to me being served? Which basically meant that I was removing myself from the property prior to being served.
All right, Ms. Epps, did she already have a moving truck secured?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Were you
I have
there
no
when she
damn
was served,
idea.
Ms. Epps?
No, I was not home.
Okay.
Oh.
So Ms. Reedups, I guess, if she's not there to see it, then she's not necessarily in a position to answer. Is there a
Speak up. We can't hear you.
Has a camera system. That's how she was able, because she changed the postcode.
I'm sorry, Ms. Reedups, I've got my sound turned all the way up, but your audio is coming in very low, like very soft.
Can you hear
Can
me?
you repeat that for me, please?
Very
Can you
soft.
hear me now?
Like
That's a
when
little
Nancy
better, yes.
comes
Hold
in,
on. Make
dropping
sure.
them sweet memberships, 5 of them.
No, I was saying that that's better.
Very
Much
good.
better.
Okay.
Thank you, Nancy.
So how I gain basically she has a camera system. So she saw on the camera system that the moving truck was secured. How I gained access, you can ask her how I gained access to the property after the entry code was changed.
So
And
let me clarify something else from you though. How would you? So let's say that you're there with a moving truck and there are cameras. So Miss Reed, is there a camera system that you can monitor or look at parts of the property?
I did have access to that
Voscato.
prior to her disconnect, basically changing the security code, which was in my my TPO that I had against her back in February. So I've been locked out of the camera system since then. But how I gained access to the property is she remotely disarmed the door for me to enter.
Okay, so let me ask Miss Epps, what do the cameras allow you to see of the property?
She's stating that I knew that she had a U-Haul before she came. I didn't know anything. Only time I knew that there was a U-Haul is that she called me on the phone yelling that I locked the door, which I was able to lock the door because the TPO was going to be served next time she went to the house. I was waiting for her to come back because she hadn't been home. So they told me I could lock the doors
see you,
and
Dave.
I could call the cops so they can serve her. So that's why the door was locked. So when she called me, I knew she was home. I told her to call the cops, and then I called the cops to have them serve the TPO while she was getting her stuff out, which I then unlocked the door and I seen the camera that she had a U-Haul. I didn't know prior to that there was a U-Haul. She just had things packed. Because according to our settlement agreement, she was supposed to move out 1 July on or before. So that's what I knew. 1 July. I didn't know she was moving out any sooner. She didn't give me that information.
All right. So she says she didn't have prior notice of that. Do you have other questions for her?
No, because I'm sure she didn't upload the full length video.
Okay, so she's claiming this video that we're still looking for, by the way, we haven't found it yet, is not going to be any good anyways, because it's not the whole thing. Also, remember, this is their second time here getting TPOs. First time, the lady with the blonde hair was taking it against the young lady down below, but now she's on top and she's being taken on. So words of advice, stay single.
Well, we're checking. So it's the county servers are very restrictive as far as what videos it will accept and how big they can be.
Mhm.
And so one of the challenges is you get a confirmation if it works, you get nothing if it doesn't. So you might not know. Sometimes you get nothing if it doesn't. And so she might not. If there was a problem, there may be a reason that there may not be a reason for her to know there was a problem. I guess is the best way I can put it. So we're going to work on that momentarily, and it can be, I guess, possibly rebuttal evidence if necessary. But
old friends of ours from back in March.
And Miss Epps, were there any other witnesses you intended to have testify today?
No, I don't have a witness.
All right. And have there been, Miss Broom, did you have something?
I showed, was it sent by someone named Lisa? And was it a family balance? Maybe you sent it to maybe like a divorce case you had.
Lisa Colt Jam.
No, I sent it to the
Dave?
email that was on the piece of paper.
Thank you,
So
Dave.
Judge, what I have is like an affidavit of service for divorce, some pictures, it's like some exhibits 1 through 9, and number 3 was a video, but it was too large.
Okay.
So the system was rejected.
Well,
that
I wish I had
on
that
the front
problem.
end.
So,
Yes.
Got it.
yeah, I didn't receive anything back when I sent it in. So, all right.
So, Miss Epps, I guess one of the questions I have for you, the divorce case was mediated in late March, signed in April. So at any point, often things like these will be incorporated into a divorce proceeding. Am I correct that they were not in this case?
What case? What are you referring to in the divorce case?
So they're temporary protective order type
Jim.
conditions can be decreed by the court as part of a divorce. So were there any, and I know that it awarded you the house.
Ooh, the
But
house.
was there anything in the divorce that directed her to stay away from you or leave you alone or not contact you or anything to that effect?
No.
Okay. Well, we will see I guess if we know the video was rejected by the system, then that's what we have for now. So, and you said you did not have any other witnesses you intended to call?
I would have had a witness, but my sister is a school teacher, so she could come on because it's 3:40, but she's been at work all day, so I didn't rely on her to get away from work.
All right.
She's not doing a very good
Petitioner
job.
having rested for the time being, Miss Reed Ups, do you wish to testify today?
Yes.
You swear the statements you
You'll
make
find
will
it.
be the truth under penalty of perjury.
Yes, I do.
All right. What would you like to tell us?
Oh, mine too. Mine's terrible.
Wi-Fi is acting wonky. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go
You're
ahead.
coming in clearer now. It
Okay.
froze up for a second. Now you're
Yes, I
back.
do. Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, you've been sworn. What would you like to tell us?
So, in our mediation agreement, it was agreed upon that she will not touch my personal belongings, nor would I touch her personal belongings. You were our prior judge in my TPO case, back in February. And it was for basically the same thing, but vice versa. So, when I came in because I didn't go home at that time for a few days. And prior to me leaving, I did pack some things. I began packing because I knew that I was relocating, which on the mediation agreement, it said on July 1st and or before. Nor did it say on there that I needed to give her notice. So if it was stating on there that I needed to give her notice, I would have had no problem giving her notice. So I packed my stuff. Again, she does have a camera system that she has access to and a security system. So she's seen me bringing in the boxes because on the camera system, once there's movement, she gets an alert.
Yeah, that's how it
when I
works.
came in after work, I noticed that my boxes weren't in the hallway. Now, at that time, Samira would have been able to contact me via email. If she would have contacted me via email and said, hey, is it okay if I move your boxes into the garage? There would have never been an issue. But again, as in my former TPO said, she will touch my personal belongings without permission and or damaging them. Those boxes she did not damage, she put them into the garage. When I came in, I see my boxes weren't in the garage, weren't in the hallway. So I went into the den where she was in the chair and I asked her, where did you put my things?
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't answering me. After, I want to say about the 4th or 5th time, I did raise my voice and ask her, where did you put my effing things? She said, it's in the garage. And then I said to her, you're not supposed to touch my stuff without my permission. It's not your place to take it upon yourself to move my things without asking me. So I said to her, I'm going to give you 30 minutes to place my items back where they were. And she said to me, you're not leaving boxes in the hallway until July. And my response to her was, I'm not staying here till July. Have you ever known me to live out of boxes? She asked me, when was I moving?
What? Have you ever known me to live out of boxes? I mean, that's not typically something you know about people. Living out of boxes. Living for the boxes? Maybe. Living out of? That's a big box.
Moving. I said, when you come in and see me gone. That must have upset it.
Oh. Damn, she just bounced out. Bonjour.
So I think
Thank you, Dave.
Your connection cut out, and then when you came back, Miss Rita put you on mute.
Oh my goodness.
So I lost you at that must have upsetted her.
Okay.
Did he just say that? I lost you at it must have upsetted her. Go from there. Kristen, hey.
I must have upsetted her because she didn't have an exact date of when I was moving out. But in the mediation, again, I did say in or before, and I didn't say that I would give her notice. I went upstairs, continued packing, and then I came back downstairs. My stuff was not there. I asked her to put my stuff back. Again, ignored me. Again, I asked her to put my stuff back. She was chuckling like it was funny.
The chuckler. So
back in the massage chair. And
this lady's got a massage chair? Man. You can't hide money. All the boxes she wants and a massage chair too. Didn't we hear mention of a guitar?
I turned off the massage chair. I didn't touch her. I turned off the massage chair and I asked her, get up and put my stuff back. She said no. So what I did was I got the guitar that was against the wall, and then I picked up the guitar
And she smashed it over her head like she was Jeff Jarrett in WCW. Please say that. Please say that.
and I threw it on the lawn.
Ah, damn. Oh, well, I tried.
With me throwing it on the lawn, she got up, came in my face. So there was
Whoa. Whoa.
is a camera in the den that's facing the kitchen, and then there's another camera was over the fireplace facing the door. So what have been caught on the camera that was facing the kitchen was she came up to me, she was saying something and basically cursing me out, calling me hoes, bitches, things like that, and I'm not shit, and basically belittling me. And she put her hands on me in my face. I had a scrape in my face, and I showed the cops. When the cops came, they saw the photo, as well as they did see the scrape in my face. Now, when I walked away from her, going towards the front door, she came around the other side. So you would have seen on the video, she walked around in the living room, came around the other side, and she continued cursing me out, which I was responding to her. I was cursing her back out. She picked the candle up to throw it at me, and that's when I spit on her.
Retaliation for candles being thrown at you is a spit. I would have probably went with a punch or a slap. I don't know. Somebody tries to hit me with a candle, it's on like Donkey Kong. But spitting in somebody's face is real. That's real. Like, I'm going to show you I totally disrespect. So there's a huge disrespect thing. Some of these comments. I love you guys.
She called the cops, which that's fine. She called the cops. The cops came. She wanted me arrested. The cops said that they cannot arrest me because it shows that both of us, it showed the mark, the scrape in my face, showed that she had she had hit me in my face, and they saw the video where I spit on her. And they also did see the video. She showed them the video, didn't realize that the video she was showing that was facing the kitchen from the den, that it showed when she hit me first. So when she showed that to the officers did say, well, you put your hands on her first. And she spit back as defense. Now, if I arrest her, I have to arrest you as well.
So they're just both sitting there spitting on each other back and forth. That's kind of gross, especially if you get in your mouth.
So both of us would have been arrested. So they said they can't leave with me here and her here for one of us to leave the premises. Not for the whole night, not for days, but for an hour or so, just the situation to calm down and decompress. She was refusing to leave at first. So I said, okay, I'll leave. So I left. I came back an hour later.
Yeah, I don't know about having cameras inside my house. I do too much crazy stuff indoors. Outside, fine. Inside, no.
Which I let them know I'm not staying out long. I'm going to be gone for about an hour. They said that's fine. So I left, came back an hour later. She was not home. She came home, I want to say 11 something that night. I didn't say anything to her. She didn't say anything to me. We didn't see each other since then.
Yes.
My apartment ended up being ready sooner than I thought. So I stayed at the apartment for 2 days.
Are we surprised no one got arrested? I mean, it's a push. The cop will just say, oh yeah, you both assaulted each other. It's a push. It's I don't know. I didn't think it worked that way. If it does, somebody tell me I'm wrong. No comment. Tell me I'm wrong if that's right. Because I don't want to be right.
Before going back to get my stuff on the 4th. So when I went back to get my stuff on the 4th, I put in the code, it wouldn't open. I put in the code again, it wouldn't open. I tried with keys, it didn't, she must have changed the locks. So I called her from the mover's phone, picked up the phone, At first she was laughing, then she hung up. And then I called her back again. She forwarded the call twice. Then the third time she picked up, and then I said to her, so you're not supposed to lock me out. I'm going to call the cops. So she said to call the cops, which I did. And the moving company men actually end up being a locksmith. So he asked me, do I live here?
Great. Okay.
Legally, I said yes. So when he said, okay, well, I can break the lock. That way you can get entry of the home since you legally live here.
The mover was also a locksmith. You sure he wasn't like just a criminal? Like he's going to let you in? I feel like the mover's done time.
That opened up the door remotely.
That's them making that noise, by the way.
Now, I'm getting the movers to pack my stuff. DeKalb County cops is there. So I was asking him what's taking so long because I didn't know that she took a TPO out on me, which the officer advised her she can take one out on me, vice versa. But I already knew I was moving out. So I'm like, whatever, I'm going to be done with her regardless. So he let me know that the sheriff was coming to serve me with some civil paperwork. So I said, okay, no problem. I said, it must be a TPO. So that's how I knew that she took a TPO out on me. When the sheriffs came, they served me. They did a walkthrough 3 times. They, it was 3 different sheriffs. One came and then 2 investigator came afterwards. And then another investigator. They did the walkthrough. They saw that nothing was damaged. They gave me the clear. They served me, and then I left. And I left them with her house keys as well. And that was that. Now, yesterday in the divorce hearing, to my understanding, if you take a TPO out on me, that means you're afraid of me. Yesterday in the divorce.
Was that a backhanded comment where she says, oh, you're taking a TPO out on me because you're scared of me? Is that right? Is that what I'm not understand?
Divorce hearing, she requested, which in the divorce hearing, it was recorded. She requested that I meet up with her to give her my military ID. And that's when I said, no, you have a restraining order out on me. I will deliver the military ID to Dobbins Air Force Base myself.
Do you mean her military ID?
No, mine, because.
Yeah. Why is the judge's robe green all of a sudden, by the way? You see that? All right. So for people who are not from military towns like I am and have people who are my family are military, because they were spouses, the lady on the bottom here is in the military, and the lady in the upper corner would receive military benefits. So she would have a military ID so she get off and on base and that kind of thing and be able to use her benefits. Once they are divorced, that's all gone. That's dried up. She's got to turn that card in immediately. Immediately, she should turn that card in or give it to her and let her destroy it, whatever, because you can't have her running around with that military ID. Just can't.
Because we were married.
For what purpose? I mean, I'm sure there's a good one. I just have no idea.
She wants me to turn it in. I don't know. That was her request yesterday. And honestly, I'm just so over the situation and done. She
wants you to turn in your military ID to whom?
So first she requested yesterday.
Confused.
Exactly. The same thing I'm saying. So first she requested yesterday that I meet up with her to give her my military ID. And that's when I said, no, I let the judge know that she has a TPO out on me, which I have a hearing for tomorrow, which will be today. So with the judge knowing that information, I told the judge that I would turn in I would turn in the military ID to Dobbins Air Force Base on my own. So in the divorce decree, which I received today, it stated that she has 5 days to let the military know that she's divorced. And I have 30 days to turn in the military ID.
Okay.
So for her, I guess she doesn't want me to have
like a government benefits thing.
Yeah, but once we're divorced, I'm not entitled to anything.
So you have a military ID because she was in the military.
Yeah, she's in the military.
There
and
we go. That was the
why-
piece I was missing.
and
Okay.
that's how I had my medical insurance. But once we're divorced, that's it.
All right. I am caught up now. I'm sorry. I was missing that piece of the puzzle, and it really holds the whole thing together. So you essentially, the ID you receive as a spouse of a military member is what is being discussed here.
Yes.
Got it. I'm caught up. Okay. So, aside from the court hearing yesterday, has there been any contact between you two since the situation where you moved the belongings out?
No, I haven't contacted her.
All right.
Understanding she hasn't contacted me, but I'm not sure if she
Get all them good
tried to
deals
reach out,
on
'cause
meat.
she's blocked.
All right, Miss Epps, do you have any questions for Miss Reed Epps at this time?
And sorry, Judge, can you refer to me to Miss Reed?
I apologize, Miss Reed.
Thank you.
It is a bad habit, but it's also when I'm looking at the screen and the paperwork and I see it, but I need
She's
to
so
change
petty.
it. Unfortunately, the system does not go backwards and make those revisions in real time, and so what I'm left with is being continually confronted with your incorrect name. So my apologies for that.
Judge
So
is
Miss
so
Epps, do you
nice.
have questions for Miss Reed?
Yes. On that day that you came in here, did you not spit in my face, or did you?
She already answered that. She admitted to
said
doing that.
Did you spit in my face initially at the door?
He said long
I
weekend.
spit in your face after you hit me in my face in the kitchen, and you charged at me with the candle. So yes, I spit in your face by the door. I'm not denying spitting.
You got here late, didn't you, Kay? We talked about that. But yes, you guys can go back and watch their first case. It's just as wild as this one is. So make sure you go back and watch that. And Kay, thanks for the reminder. Look at Kay doing the Lord's work.
In your face.
Okay, when you were departing home, did you not have, you left the doors locked upstairs, so the cops were not able to do a conclusive walkthrough of the house?
That is incorrect. All the doors were open when the sheriff did the walkthrough, which the sheriff, 3 different sheriffs did the walkthrough. Yes, I did pull in the door, but it's a habit, as you know, that we both been living in separate rooms. And if we leave the room, we pull in the door behind us. So that was a habit. I didn't intentionally close doors.
So sometimes, let me jump in. As you've seen with the military ID questions I had to ask, sometimes I have to ask questions to make sure that my understanding is as complete as possible. So Miss Epps, when you're referring to the walkthrough,
cops
rooms
never-
being unavailable, help me understand the eventual relevance of this line of questioning.
Because when I came in, when I pulled up, she was getting served. They finally served her, and then she pulled away in the U-Haul truck. I came in, they said, we're gonna do a walkthrough with you. The doors upstairs were locked, that she had her stuff in. So they had to call her. They asked me, did I have her number? I said, I did not. I told her that told them that I made her dial 911.
I thought you said you weren't here the day with the
I wasn't there when she did the walkthrough. I showed up when she was done.
I'm the dude.
Okay, so you saw her with a U-Haul truck the day
Yeah, I
she
pulled
was
up when
served.
she was leaving. Yes. So I pulled up when she was leaving, and they did a walkthrough with me, but the 2 doors upstairs were locked. They were like, she left the keys. Did the keys work? So we tried all the keys didn't work. So he called her, and she told him that she thought she left all the keys, and she didn't. She would look for it once she got to where she was getting. And he was like, okay, well, I told him, let me know, give me a call back. I'll try to jimmy the
So
door.
let me frame it this way. Miss Reed, did you get a phone call from anybody inquiring about locked doors that day?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Did they represent that they were a sheriff's deputy?
What kind of doors do they have inside their house that lock that you can't get into? I mean, I have doors in my house that lock too, but you can take like a butter knife and open them. I mean, what kind of locks are they having on their doors? Yeah, you always have one on retainer, right? Judge Dude. Yes, he does. And real quick, David, thank you. Late fees are accepted.
Yes. But what I told him also was I gave her permission because I was moving. To my understanding, I had all the keys on the ring, but it was 2 keys missing, which would have been the room doors. So I did tell the sheriff that I give her permission to break the locks to gain entry, because I wouldn't be able to know where the keys are until I fully unpack.
So your statement was they were packed up somewhere, but you don't know where, and you don't know which ones they would have been. So in the interim, as a remedial measure, you just said do what you need to do.
Exactly, because to my understanding, I had all the keys on the key ring.
He didn't tell me to break the door. He told me that he was going to get the key from her once she called back, which in relevance, there was not a sufficient walkthrough because they were not able to get in those rooms. And also I noticed that I did a police report that she cut the wire for my washer dryer machine. So I was not able to wash clothes that day. I mean, I got it fixed, but she's still causing damage after she's leaving, which is childish. So,
all right. Do you have any other questions for this witness?
I don't got nothing.
All right. And Miss Reed, did you have any other witnesses you intended to call today?
This
I
chat,
can call my friend.
this chat is about everything. World's most dangerous chat. Just be respectful and you know, the good stuff. Again, we never found those videos. They're not here. If they're not here, I mean that was the that was the bread and butter of this lady's whole case.
Friend, but who I was on the phone with. I mean, I can call her. She'll probably pick up. She may be at work, but I'm not sure how I can call her when we're on Zoom.
We don't have anybody logged on to the Zoom. You haven't given anyone the Zoom or told them to intend to appear to testify, correct?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Right.
So here's what I will say. I vaguely remember the case we had March 1st, and I know the date just because I see that the order's in the system. And this speech may sound a lot like that speech. And it's an interesting circumstance with the petitioner now being the respondent and vice versa. What I hoped at that time is that this would have been handled and nipped in the bud based on the filing of divorce papers. And I know some of the allegations in the previous case happened shortly after they were served. And we find ourselves here now today, one day after your divorce has been finalized. And one of the requirements of issuing these orders is that the orders are supposed to prevent ongoing threats of future violence. The evidence in this case is that the respondent was in the process of removing herself from the property based on the presence, and it's pretty clear that that was the situation based on the presence of the U-Haul. The petitioner's responses, including about that process, were evasive at best, incorrect at worst. And the burden of proof here is that it has to be proven by the petitioner that the other party has been the predominant aggressor in acts of family violence. And that is a specific legal term of consequence that has standards that we look for. And in a situation like this that is deteriorating, if not deteriorated, I can't say that that is the nature of the relationship here. The evidence is conflicting at best as to who the predominant aggressor was, even on that one day, including throughout the relationship. And I'll be quite frank in saying I don't think I could point the finger right now and say I have enough information to say which of you it might have been on that particular day or during the relationship as a whole. And that world of ambiguity, then the proper decision is that the order should not be extended. And that was the order, that was the decision I issued a few months ago when Miss Reed was on the petitioner side of the case, and that will be my decision again today. And what I
judge is just saying, look, this is garbage, everybody. Garbage. Kitchen court cases. Another court case channel if you're a late nighter. So check her out. Appreciate it. Happy Monday. Yeah.
I expect now that the divorce has been finalized, is that neither of you should really have any more matters to attend to with the other. To the extent that you do, your mediation agreement or any future your mediation agreement hopefully covers it, and to the extent that it doesn't, direct those questions or seek guidance from the divorce court to assist with that. And so that will be That will be my finding for today. The parties will be placed in the waiting room, and from the waiting room, they will be free to log off. I hope that you both have a good rest of your day and move forward with the new phases of your lives peaceably.
Yes, Tom, he is a real judge. We've seen him many, many times. I mean, I kind of felt like, man, with no proof, we had no proof coming from her. None of the video that she said she had was there. I mean, it's just cut and dry once it got to that point. They're already divorced. You don't need a TPO on somebody after you're divorced, you wouldn't think, but I could be wrong. I'm wrong about a lot of stuff. But yeah, that's it. That's it for today. Don't forget at 3:15 p.m. over on the Credence and Mikey YouTubes, you'll be able to see a video of a case that we did during a members only a couple weeks ago. It's a doozy. It's about a car accident that happened 3 years ago. A lot of folks going to the chiropractor, accusations of double drunk driving. I mean, just all kinds of things. You've got to check it out. You'll have a great time. Also at 4:05 today over on Credence and Mikey, and we got a Chase YouTube channel, Mini Chase Monday. Lots of great stuff. Yeah, Friday was crazy. Friday's gonna be hard to top. Friday was probably one of the best, if not the best, episode of We Gotta Chase. So I would appreciate it. Maybe go back and check it out. Oh, can you imagine? We love Judge Dude. He's a good cat. He keeps order in the court, and he keeps court in the order. So yeah. Now's the most important time of the day when Mikey looks to the guys in the truck and says, "Hit my music." Ah, there it is. I want to thank each and every person who took time out of their day to come here. Hit the like button. Maybe subscribe. We've had our biggest, absolute biggest week we've ever had on this channel this past week. We appreciate you guys. It's been a great ride. Hopefully it continues. If so, then you know we're doing good. Oh, maybe we'll hit another million views in the next month or so. At this rate, maybe. Anything's possible. Crazy X Express, baby. Deborah, Gary, Lady Lotus, Nancy dropping those 5 precious memberships. Dave is here, man. Dave. Only Dave loves me. David O. Kitchen court cases. Kitchen court cases. Or as I said, I'm going to call her Casey from here on. And you believe in me. We're going to be friends forever. And ever. Ever. So stay safe, stay hard, stay tuned. This top guy, right here, in front of your face. Right now, baby. Let's go right here. Listen. Top guy out. Dun 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 dun. Click another video.